to this month's journey of Code, the Church of Direct Experience. We are so grateful and excited to have all of you with us yet again. So many bright, shining, beautiful, and familiar faces. You are in for a treat this month. We have some exciting voices of deep, powerful, feminine embodiment and ensoulment. And this month on Code, we are exploring exactly that theme: how to move your focus, your consciousness, your awareness from embodiment to ensoulment. I'll just provide a little bit of context and background, and then let the beautiful and brilliant voices ring through our collective space. So the Temple of Wholeness, as many of you know, is a 501c3 charitable organization designed to help bring about the heaven on earth we've all been feeling knocking at the door of our hearts and minds, especially now in these moments as the external chaos and confusion seems to get brighter and brighter. These cohorts, these moments, these times out of the rhythm of what seems to be in the world around us are more and more and more important. So we honor you. We appreciate you. We're glad to offer refuge and community and practice in which we can come together under the umbrella of the Temple of Wholeness, and monthly in these gatherings as Code, the Church of Direct Experience. So buckle in your astral bodies, let your physical bodies open up and relax. And I will hand over the baton of the microphone to Angela, our first presenter.
Thank you, Matt. So I have the honor and privilege of offering this month's attunement. And so we'll just dive right in, allowing yourself to kind of get your body situated nice and comfy, upright position. The opportunity here, close your eyes or lowering your gaze, whichever is most comfortable for you. And settling in, bringing your attention to your breath. Just finding your natural pace as you slowly inhale and exhale, following the subtle sensations as the breath enters and exits your body. And in the next few rounds, noticing each breath as it supports your body. In relaxing, settling in, softening any points of tension, softening even the surface of your body in relation to the air around you, the atmosphere around you, space, as well as softening any points of contact with the earth, your sit bones, your feet. And rather than sitting upon the earth, the opportunity of resting into Mother Earth, being held. And in this next round of breath, we'll shift our awareness up to the crown chakra, allowing it to open. And as your attention and intention effortlessly continue to rise up through your crown chakra and above, you could even imagine yourself as a tree. And these are branches reaching up, extending out, up, connecting with source, with your higher self, your soul, your guides, helpers, guardians. And a few breaths here, receiving deeply through those branches, drawing down the flow of wisdom, love, guidance, and protection. And as you inhale here, receiving this flow as like a golden flow of white light energies coming down through those branches, through your crown, gently filling your core or your trunk, your central channel. And with your next exhale, just allowing any tension, anything you're holding to begin to release, drop down, anything that no longer serves you, and just letting it dissolve, trickling down, releasing effortlessly into the earth. And another round, inhaling, receiving this stream of golden white light energy from above, filling your core. And as you exhale, releasing to the earth anything that's ready to be let go. Just allowing this energy from above to come to rest in your core. And next, shifting our awareness down to the root chakra in the bottoms of the feet. From these points of contact with the earth, much like a tree again, inhaling, allowing yourself to visualize, feel, or imagine stabilizing roots connecting and making their way effortlessly, deeply into Mother Earth. And on the exhale, continuing to deepen these roots, even allowing a central taproot effortlessly to make its way down through to the very core of Mother Earth. And around here as well, simply breathing, grounding, anchoring, holding, being held here, deep, deep in the heart of Mother Earth. And on your next exhale, receiving, allowing that flow of nourishment, love, knowing from her deep primordial depths, drinking up through your roots, this shimmering blue energy stream, filling your central channel, your core. And on the exhale, offering and releasing, again, anything that you may be holding, resisting, and as it dissolves, just offering it down through those roots back to Mother Earth. And just continuing here. And on the next inhale, meeting and merging these two nourishment flows in your heart, the golden white light from above, and from below the blue streaming, shimmering energy, merging these two together. And you can even visualize those colors blending and becoming a potent green life force in your heart space. Just allowing your awareness to build and strengthen the potency of this energy as it blends here. And on the exhale, expanding this energy out through your core. And just inhaling again, drawing these flows from above and below as they gather, mixing and building this potency in your heart space. And exhaling, expanding this energy through your core, and then through your entire physical and energy bodies. 365 degrees, we'll go even bigger in all directions. Continuing just to breathe in this way into your heart, these flows blending, alchemizing, strengthening, and then flowing this potency at your own pace out through your body, saturating your energy bodies and expanding any overflow out to be offered beyond into the world for the highest good and benefit of all beings. And as you bring your awareness back to your body, becoming aware again of your points of contact with the earth, shifting, gently moving your body to reorient back to this space and time. And as you're ready, gently opening your eyes and bringing your gaze softly back here to the group. And just a soft, welcoming hello with your eyes, greeting each other from this place. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela, for that beautiful attunement. So centering. What a beautiful way to set the foundation for our journey today. And before we enter into our experience, the direct experience, I would like to create a little bit of context here. So we often think about embodiment, and yet the bridge between embodiment and ensoulment is a distinction that I want to offer for us today. With embodiment, there's a wide range of what we can be embodying, and we can only go so far with just embodiment. And the next level beyond embodiment is to very consciously choose to incarnate our soul's essence into our bodies, into this form, to essentially spiritualize the matter of this form that we are here to become in our fullest expression. And we often think of spirit as coming into the body, which in one sense is true from this perspective, but ultimately our body is contained within the vastness of our spirit. So just to set that foundational awareness as we begin here. And the other piece that I want to highlight is to imagine the body, the form as the temple, as the vessel. And imagine if you were inviting a cherished and revered guest into your home. Would you invite them into a home that's cluttered, that's a mess, that's in disarray? Or would you take the time to really prepare the space so that you can receive this revered and cherished guest into a coherent, beautiful, and open, clear space that it can inhabit? So essentially, that's the practice that we're going to enter into today, is to create some space to help clear the clutter and to awaken the energy within our bodies so that we can feel the essence of our spirit within our matter more fully. So within that, I invite you to close your eyes. Once again, connecting into this beautiful field that we've already begun to cultivate through our attunement with Angela. First, connecting back into this central channel, running from the crown of the head to the base of the spine and beyond in both directions. And we're going to begin with a little bit of a breath practice to help to awaken our energy and to help create some of this clarity and aliveness within our vessel. So in this first round, we're going to begin by simply inhaling powerfully through the nose and exhaling through the nose. And I want to invite you, as you breathe in this way, to imagine with each inhale that you are actively drawing in and receiving the photons, the particles of light that are here, and you are condensing them, potentizing them into the core with each in-breath. And with each out-breath, you can use it as an outlet for any energy that is no longer serving, anything that may be stagnant, old, hanging out in the system. You can imagine it like gray smoke exiting with each out-breath. So we'll begin first inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. And when I give the cue, we'll shift to inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And then once again, the cue will shift to inhaling through the mouth and exhaling through the mouth. And we'll be involving some breath suspensions to engage this energy more powerfully throughout. So let us begin with simply inhaling those photons, drawing them in on the in-breath, and exhaling. Inhaling fully to the top of the breath and suspend the breath at the top of the inhale. Packing and potentizing the energy and the light into the core, building your vitality. And exhale, releasing the breath in a slow, steady stream. And at the bottom of the exhale, once again, suspend the breath. And here in this breath suspension, this quantum pause, allow your spine to be straight, bringing your energy into the core to really connect with and feel these movements of energy and the subtle shifts beginning to occur. And allowing a couple of long, slow, deep breaths in between here. Inhaling fully. And exhaling completely. Inhale from the crown of the head, drawing the energy all the way down to the root. And exhale, let that energy rebound up the spine from the root. And now we'll enter into our round of breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, visualizing the light flowing in intentionally with each breath, and a gray smoke exhaling with each out breath, carrying what you are releasing. Inhaling fully, suspending at the top of the breath, feeling the fullness pulsing within you as you suspend the breath, receiving the life force inward, drinking it into the core. Exhale, slowly releasing the breath. And again, suspend. Feeling this shimmering, oscillating, pulsating energy. The juxtapose of the full emptiness. Allowing this quantum pause to reorganize at the most fundamental level of your energy. And inhale slow, long, and deep. And exhale. Once again, slow, long, deep inhale to the core. Exhaling fully. And now we're going to begin to inhale and exhale out the mouth. And on the inhale, powerfully pulling the breath and the energy in. Picking up the pace a bit. Increasing the pace a bit more. A bit more to complete. Inhale fully, suspend the breath. Feeling the density of light increase as you suspend and receive here before exhaling, releasing, relaxing everything. And one more suspension, the point of emptiness. Feeling the space open up within you. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Now allowing the breath to return to a natural pace and rhythm. And just notice any shift of sensation that's occurred in these few moments of active breathing. Any shift in the quality of your internal atmosphere, in the emotional state, in your thoughts. And intending to continue moving your attention ever more subtly inwards. Moving from the edges, the surface of our experience, into the core. Moving from the gross layer of identification with the body and its sensations into the finer subtleties of the way the energy is moving and oscillating within you right now. And beginning to connect with this truth of the body vessel being held within the vastness of your soul sphere. And inviting with each inhale that you begin to inhale omnidirectionally into the core through every pore of the body, into every cell, into every particle forming every cell, into the subatomic layers, deeper, deeper, deeper still, inhaling all the way into the most fundamental level. And as you exhale, allow that ripple to continue moving outwards, beyond the body, through your field, expanding in all directions. Beginning to fill in the sphere of your awareness with your soul's energy. Inhaling, actively receiving into the core of your being. Anchoring your awareness into your soul's essence, the unique and distinct vibratory essence that is you across all dimensions and planes, anchored into the here and now. And we allow with each out breath that ripple as it spreads to tune every particle into resonance with the frequency of your soul's essence. Actively receiving with each in-breath, actively allowing and intending for the tuning with each out-breath. And in this very simple process of joining our breath with our attention and our intention, allowing for the light of your soul's essence and the energy that it brings to highlight anything that may be hanging out or being held on to in the system, consciously or unconsciously, to be made aware, to present itself. And as it does so, infusing it with this condensed light of your soul's essence to bring forth the qualities that can help to balance and to restore integrity where it's needed, congruency where it's needed. Noticing as well in this process if there's any aspect that resists receiving your own soul's light. And if you notice this, the invitation is to simply hold your attention, your loving awareness right there, right where the resistance may be. And gently bring this essence of unconditional love, of support, of patience and compassion to these aspects that are simply reflecting fear. Can we get curious here in these spaces about what may be needed for these aspects to relax and begin to receive where there has previously been rejection? Flowing way down so that we can meet these aspects that move in a slower time signature, whether they're younger aspects, aspects that perhaps became frozen through trauma, and the stiller we become, the safer it is for these aspects to make themselves known, and also to begin to open and receive what they require to become integrated in the wholeness of all that we are. And with each in-breath, we can energetically scoop these aspects in closer, drawing them in closer to the core, closer to the heart. Receiving ourselves more fully. Every single part. Now, beginning from this space, centered, receiving your soul's light, emanating it through your sphere, filling in, beginning to connect with all of the other souls that are gathered here today, and all of the other souls that are gathered non-locally who will be receiving this in another moment beyond this broadcast. Beginning to visualize each as a sphere. And each sphere beginning to connect with every other sphere. The filaments of light extending from our hearts to every other heart, weaving this web. And as we weave this interconnected web, opening ourselves to receive each other, receiving the unique tones that each emanates, receiving the unique gifts that each vibrates into this realm, receiving each other's light as we share our own. And as we do so, allowing a greater fortification through our unity, acknowledging that we are so much greater as a whole than we are individually. And as we unify our energies around a shared intention, that we are all lifted and empowered, and all of life, whether they are conscious of this or not, are lifted, are fortified. So in this time when our planet is in the midst of so much chaos, where division is being fomented in ways beyond that which we have seen in our lifetime, we are being called upon to ensoul more fully so that we may be of highest service to this realm, to each we encounter and to those we may never meet. May we be a beacon of peace. May our choice to ensoul our essence and be of service from this place influence in ways that are benevolent, life-giving, to be an example and an inspiration of what's possible when we choose to live in this way, congruent, in integrity with our soul's essence, receptive and available to be animated by the divine, in the ways that we are each uniquely designed to serve. As we continue to receive the light and feel it growing stronger, clearer, brighter as we continue here together. Seeing that light continue to impregnate this earth with all that she requires for her evolutionary arc that we are all completely embedded into. Anchoring the source stream through our vessels into the earth. Now may we shift our attention fully into the earth now as a unified whole. And just as we actively receive the light into our core, may we pour the light into the core of Mother Gaia, assisting her in this process, infusing this light with the balm of peace, of truth, piercing through the illusion. Vitality. Clarity. Compassion. Forgiveness. Balance. And harmony. May the balm of this light and this energy serve to assist in the transmutation of all of the pain and suffering, the confusion, the grief that so many are experiencing now. We declare ourselves as sovereign vessels in devotion to the evolution of this planet and to all of the life upon and within this planet. We offer ourselves as vessels for the life stream, the Christ impulse, the generative, life-giving stream to pour through us, helping to remake this world in the likeness of what is most true of her destiny and ourselves in the process. Going to allow for a few moments of silence as we continue to breathe and receive and anchor this light into the earth as a blessing for this world in the time when it needs it most, including ourselves at the center. And from here, beginning to envision this network of every heart beating on this planet, connected through the heart fields. And we offer our love, our care to every heart of every being. We offer a prayer of blessing to all of the hearts that are suffering right now. And we offer a prayer of remembrance to the hearts that have closed themselves to the truth of life, that have turned away from the regenerative life stream and are enacting the degenerative stream, the stream that is anti-life, that is the cause of so much destruction. We knock on the doors of those hearts with the power of love that trumps all else. We hold the invitation open for hearts that have forgotten to remember, to reconnect with the divine truth of their being, regardless of how far they've moved away in their forgetting. We know that no matter how much one has chosen in the direction of evil, that goodness, the divine spark, still exists at the very core. And as we continue to pour this light onto this planet to assist every heart, we let go of any agenda, knowing that we are cooperative components in something much larger that is unfolding through us and as us. That there is divine orchestration at work, regardless of how much chaos we are observing. We acknowledge amidst all of the destruction and the heartbreak that breakdowns often precede breakthroughs, that chaos often precedes reorganization into higher order. And we hold that doorway open intentionally. We are the bridge between the chaos and the higher order. May we, in these times, continue to choose day by day, moment by moment, to ensoul, to receive our soul into the body, so that we may function as the expression of our highest being, that we have access to the gifts, the capacities, the skills that are inherent within our higher being. And that we have the fortitude, the courage, and the clarity to enact these capacities in each moment that they are called forth through us in service to this world. May we have the courage to speak truth and pierce the illusions. May we have the courage to love deeply, thoroughly, that which seems unlovable. May we have the expanded perspective to hold compassion for those that are enacting their own pain onto others. And may we find forgiveness to wash it all clean, to open the way for reconciliation in every way that is required for us to make it through these times, across this threshold. And beginning to shift our awareness to draw it back into our sphere, knowing that we, of course, maintain our interconnectivity. And in any moment, we can tune to this web of connection of those of us that are actively choosing to be of service in this time, to embody our soul's essence, to assist everywhere that we can, and to be a congruent beacon of love and truth with every step. May we draw upon this field when we need greater fortification. Yet as you come back into your sphere, once again, feel the intactness of your spherical field. Feel the congruency of your soul's essence through every layer. Bringing the palms of your hands together, begin to rub them, generating some warmth, energy. And receiving a deep inhale. And on the exhale, cup your hands and blowing into your hands a blessing for yourself and your life. And taking your hands and cupping them over your eyes. And receiving this energy, this blessing. And you can stroke down over your body, giving some loving touch wherever it may be needed. Giving some love to the beautiful animal aspect of our body. Appreciating our humanity while staying connected to the truth of the soul that you are. Gently allowing the eyes to open, the gaze to softly drink in your environment, each other. Thank you all for joining in this prayer today. And with that, it's my deep pleasure to hand the baton of the microphone over to my dear sister, Dr. Saida Desilets, embodiment of aliveness herself.
Thank you, Amber. I almost feel like we just need a moment to just feel all the beauty of your deep prayer, as well as Angela's invitation into attunement. And I almost feel like less words is going to be more at this time. So there's just a few things that ring true as I sit here in this beautiful group. I am so honored to be here and feeling all your hearts and feeling your deep aliveness that's permeating every part of your being, that thrumming that we get when we're in proximity with each other. And that deep reverence I have for that life. Just want to take a moment to honor that. What became true for me as I was listening and tuning in, not just to myself and not just to this beautiful group, but also to the collective, was the reclamation of our attention. Where we pay attention, that investment of attention actually is profoundly meaningful. And so I just want to offer a very simple awareness practice for you to take outside of this group here today and this experience today, perhaps into the coming weeks. And I'm also aware that we're just having a full moon and a lunar eclipse, and there's fall time, which is the spirit of death and rebirth and rejuvenation. There's the Taurian energy of beauty and pleasure. So in all of that, the practice is very simple. It's I always use my hands to symbolize the practice. You can do it any way you like. But symbolically, this is very poignant because I find that when things are very hard and they're difficult and they're challenging and we can't seem to find the grace to soften, the joy to naturally bubble up in those moments, things need to be very simple. So in paying attention, where is my attention? My hands represent a couple options. They're very simple and they have to do with, I love the enlightenment and the ensoulment and embodiment, and I'm also going to do a fourth word called enlivenment. And it's really important in these times as we're integrating all these aspects of ourselves to not forget that we're alive, that there is an enlivenment component to this journey, meaning you're meant to feel more alive as each moment passes, not less. So the practice is very simple. It's a way of paying attention, of attuning to your level of enlivenment and gauging that enlivenment with what's happening around you. So on one hand, like whichever hand you choose, I'm choosing my right hand to represent this. The right hand for me represents like all the things that just make me feel more alive. It's like, I'm so filled with life. I'm lit up. I'm turned on. Everything's, yes, the whole front body just opens. That's what the right hand is. The left hand is kind of this pulling in, down, kind of like draining feeling, like a heavy, sticky flow. And that's not always bad, but just to notice that we want to spend more time in the enlivened aspect of how we're feeling, because that's where creativity is. It's where our innovation is. It's where our connection is. It's where all the beauty lives. And I'm going to say something about beauty in a moment. But as you have your two hands representing that which is life-giving and that which is life-taking, let's keep it simplistic. Then every single choice that you get to play with from now until your last breath, the practice is simply, is this choice, is this word, is this engagement, is this breath, is this taste, whatever it might be, is this life-giving? Does it give me life? Does it expand that which I am? Does it inspire, enliven? Or is it life-taking? Do I feel drained and diminished and darkened? And this isn't about making things right or wrong, because that which can enliven one person can actually diminish another. So it's really deeply personal, and it's also evolutionary. So as you evolve, as you grow, as you expand, that which used to enliven you perhaps now is not enlivening you. So this is very important as a immediate and emergent experience. So moving forward from this moment, my invitation, where we're going to pay attention predominantly is that. Because I think the worst crime that's emerging right now is that our attention gets siphoned into these many different things that actually are life-taking. They don't leave you feeling amazing and switched on and inspired. And we need to be switched on, inspired in order to innovate, in order to be responsible, the ability to respond, that ability to bring forth something that can benefit all beings. We have to have that openness of the front body. Front body's closed, we're going to be in reaction, and that doesn't feel good. So just paying attention for a moment. Your choice to be here in this group this morning, was that enlivening? Did that life-giving, or is it life-taking? Just notice how you're feeling in your body. Are you much more lit up, pardon my French, fuck yes? Or are you feeling a little like, ugh? Just notice that. And then the next time you engage with a person, something to eat, a decision you want to make, an activity you want to, just for one quick second, just feel into it and go, is this bringing more aliveness into me, or is it taking from me? And then you're at choice. You can continue, of course, with the activity that's life-taking if that's your choice, but really being at choice and paying attention to that choice making is super important. Because if we're facing something very difficult, we actually can feel enlivened by it if we know what we're serving, if we're at choice in that moment. But we also can feel incredibly drained by it if we're really feeling like we're in the whirlwind of it. So that was the other experience I had with Amber's practice. All this chaos, all this intensity, it felt like the outer part of the cyclone, and inviting us into that central channel, into that place of stillness. I could witness all that was moving around, but from that place of grace, creativity, beauty. And then I'm going to choose where I'm going to engage, because life is about engagement. It's not about avoiding all this chaos. It's actually like, where is my point of engagement that's going to be most life-giving? And we all have our tasks here. Some of them are quite intense, but it can still be a life-giving task. You're like, oh yeah, I love getting my hands dirty in this particular way because it's not draining to me. I'm bringing creativity. I'm bringing beauty to this. So that little practice is my invitation to this beautiful group. And I want to finish just with some words on beauty. Beauty for me is that which nourishes the soul. It's the food of the soul. And so the practice is, how much beauty can I let in? Which is an incredibly vulnerable practice. It requires that softening of the whole front body. So as I was breathing with both Angela and Amber, I was really aware of when my front body would expand and really open, just like take it in. And then when I would exhale, I'd feel this integration, this alignment of all the spinal bones, just like getting aligned with it and then expanding again. So it was a really delicious way of practicing with both of you. So thank you. And this capacity to really open and pulse with life, that capacity to pay attention, to notice and start to go, beauty is life-giving. Am I generating beauty right now? What is that form of beauty I'm generating? It could be joy, it could be delight, it could be peace, it could be arousal, it could be inspiration. It also could be a physical beauty. I'm surrounded by beautiful plants. In front of me here is a forest. You know, are you absorbing that beauty? So there's all these, how do you say, embodied forms of beauty. And then there's the form of beauty that is your own essence expressing itself. And that's breathtaking. So what would that look like for you to be a generator of beauty moment to moment and keep offering that selfishly? Just, this world is starving. It is absolutely starving for beauty. And it's not something that should be secondary or left to, like, when everything gets settled, then we can look at beauty. No. And beauty is the food that we need. So when I step into the world, what kind of beauty am I offering today? And that's just the question I want to leave you with. So I'm keeping this very short because it feels like we're in such a deep place. And I just feel deeply honored to be in the sharing of attention, in the sharing of life-giving choices, and in the sharing of beauty with every one of you. So thank you. And thank you, Amber. And thank you, Angela. And thank you, Matt. And thank you, everyone, for this moment.
Thank you for that transmission, Saida. And thank you for being one of the most congruent embodiments of beauty that I have known in my life through all of it. Appreciate you so deeply.